Hello students, how are you? I wish all of you will be healthy and safe. So let's go with Python Fundamentals Part 2. So students, in the last session we were discussing about the tokens. We have already completed keywords and identifiers. So in this tutorial you will learn literals, operators and functors. Okay, let's start with literals. So what are literals? The constant values are called literals. So literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant. What are variable? We will discuss it later. A literal is not a name, it's a value itself. Okay, so any value is called literal. Okay? So in Python there are various type of literals. Numeric literals means numeric values are called numeric literals. So there are three different types of numeric values. Integer, you know very well what are integers. The values without decimal points are called integers. Okay, now float, the values with decimal are called float. Okay, and a complex number, about complex number you will study in 11th class in mathematics. Okay, in complex number you have an imaginary value. Okay, so these are some examples of numeric literals. For example, integer may be positive or negative, including 0 also. Okay, now float literals means decimal numbers. So decimal number may be negative or positive, but it has decimal. Okay, and the complex literal is in the form of 3 plus 40 j. It is the form of a plus ij, where I is the j is the imaginary number. Okay, now next one is string literals. So first of all you should know what is string. So the sequence of characters or combination of characters is called string. So string literal is a sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. Okay, what are quotes? The symbol like this, the symbol like this is the single quotes. Okay, and this is the double quotes, and this is the triple quotes. Okay, surrounded by quotes. Okay, if we can use both single, double or triple quotes for a string, and a character literal is a single character surrounded by single or double quotes. So for example, this is a Python, so this content is surrounded with this double quote, so it is the string. Okay, now you have the single character, so it is the character literal. Clear? Okay. Now next one is Boolean literal. So in Boolean literal you have two values, either true, either false. So true and false are called Boolean literal. Okay, now the Python provides some special literals also, that is none. Okay, it is not supported by any other language like C, C++, Java, etc. Okay, and none is supported by Python only. Okay, so we used to specify the field as nothing. Suppose we have taken a variable food and we have declared it as a none, so it means food has no value. So it is clear. So how many types of literals are? Numeric literals, string literals, Boolean literals, and the special literal, that is none. So this is about the literal. Okay, now there are some special type of literals available in Python also, like list literals, tuple literals, dict literals and set literals. Okay, so we will discuss about them in detail in the later session. So for these literals we have different type of chapters also. Okay, now operators. The operators plays a vital role in any programming language. Basically, operators carry out arithmetic or logical operation. So any programming language, if you want to do any arithmetic or logical computation, if you want to do any calculation, for this you need arithmetic or logical operators. Okay, so there are different type of operators available in Python. Now I am telling the operators in the summary form. In the next video I will provide the details about operators. Okay, so there are different type of operators. Arithmetic operators perform arithmetical calculation like plus, minus, multiply, divide, etc. Comparison operators used to compare values. If you want to check, if you want to compare the two values, either it is greater than, less than, or equals to, for this we need comparison operators. Okay, it results true or false. Okay, for example, we have two value, a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. Okay, and we want to compare them. So to compare them, we'll check like this: a is greater than b, then it will returns either true or false. So this is the working of comparison operator to compare the values of two variables. Okay, now next one is logical operators. They used to check the truthness or falseness of two or more than two condition. If we have two or more than two condition and we want to compare them, then in this case we use logical operators. Okay, now we in Python we have three logical operators: and, or, and not. Okay, we will discuss them in detail in the later session. Now next one is bitwise operators. So bitwise operators act on the operand as they were string or binary digit. Basically these bitwise operators work on binary digits. Okay, we will discuss them later. Now assignment operator. So assignment operator is used to assign the value to a variable. For example, here a equals to 10. So equal is the assignment operator. Now we are assigning 10 to a. Okay, so this is the assignment operator is used to assign the values to a variable. Here we are assigning values to the variable. Okay, value is assigned right to left, not left to right. Okay, if we assign like this 10 equals to a, it is incorrect. So a equals to 10 is correct. You are here you are assigned 10 to a, so a will not be assigned to a, so it is incorrect and it is correct. Okay, next some special operators also, like is and is not are the identity operator in Python. Is check the a particular thing is in the particular sequence or not, and is not is just opposite to is, and in and not in are the membership operator in Python. Okay, so for operator I will create a different a separate session. Okay, so no need to worry about them. Okay, the next one is punctuators. So in every language we have punctuators. Just like English language, you use to improve the grammar, to write the syntax correctly grammatically, then you use some punctuators like full stop, comma, semicolon, etc. So similarly in Python we have some punctuators also to implement the grammatical and structure of a syntax. The following are the Python punctuators like bracket, parenthesis, braces, comma, semicolon, colon, asterisk, equals sign, comma, etc. So all these are the tokens. Okay, so next, so this topic is completed now. The next topic is data types. Okay, so data type decides the nature of the data that is being used. Okay, before using the value in the program, you have to decide the data type. So which type of value you are using in the program. So Python provides the following data types like numbers, string, list, tuple or tuple, and dictionary. Okay. So what are numbers? The integers, the numbers without decimal, floating point numbers, the numbers with decimal points, and complex number means imaginary number fall under Python numbers category. Okay, so numbers are immutable. Immutable means not changeable, means unchangeable. Okay, unchangeable. They are defined as int, float, and complex classes in Python. Okay, to define a variable as an integer, so you have to write down the int. Okay, for decimal point number you have to write down float. Can be of any length, integer can be of any length, means you can write down any length of number in a variable. It is only limited by the memory available. Okay, floating point number, the number with decimal points. Okay, and the complex number means imaginary number. Okay, suppose that we have a complex number like it is the form of x plus yj. Ij is the imaginary number, that is complex number. Okay, suppose we have a number like c equals to 5 plus 3g. This is the real number and I is the imaginary number, that is 3. Okay, now string. About string we have studied before. String is a sequence of characters, and strings are immutable, means unchangeable. We can use single quotes, double quotes to represent the strings. Okay, so single line string, so that to write down single line string, you have to write down either double quotes or single quotes. Okay, so for example, school name is equal to Rajendra Vidya Mandir. You have to surround it with double quotes or single quotes. Okay, so this is the string. And if you want to write down the multi-line string, then you have to surround the string with triple quotes. Okay, it is the opening quotes and it is the closing quotes. Okay. Next, list. Okay, it is an ordered sequence of item, means you have to store the value one by one. It is one of the most used data type in Python, and it is very flexible. All of the items in a list do not need to be of same type, means in a list you can store different type of values. Like this is suppose I have a variable a, it is the example of list. Here I am storing the integer value, it is the decimal value, and it is the string, means in a single variable I am storing the different type of values. Okay, the tuple is list, same as list. First difference is that it is mutable and it is immutable. It is changeable but it is not changeable. Okay, to create a list we use bracket, we use square bracket, but creating a tuple we use parenthesis like this. And next one is dictionary. Okay, an unordered collection of key values pair. To create a dictionary you use braces like this. Okay, here it is a key and it is a value, it is a key and it is the value. Okay, in your syllabus for string we have a separate chapter, for list we have a separate chapter, for tuple we have a separate chapter, and for dictionary we have a separate chapter also. So we will study the tuple, dictionary, list and string in the different sessions. Okay students, so next and last topic of this session is Python variables. Okay, so what are variables? A variable is the named location used to store a data in a memory. Suppose that you want to store a value to a particular location, then you have to use variable. Okay, it is helpful to think of the variable as a container, means it is a container where we store the value, okay, for a time, that holds data and that can be changed later in the program. For example, you have a variable number to store the value 10. Now 10 is stored to a particular location, that is number. Okay, now you can think the variable as a bag to store books. Okay, in a bag you can store the books, you can change the books every day in it, and the book can be replaced at any time. Okay, in the bag you can replace the books at any time. Similarly, in a variable you can change the value at any time. This time the 10 is stored to the number. Okay, the next time I am storing 1.1 to a number, means you can change the value in a variable. It is just like a container. Okay, you can fill the container, you can empty the container. Okay, initially the value 10 was 10, later it was changed to 1. Okay, in Python we don't actually assign values to a variable. In Python, the storing of value in Python is not similar as C, C++ and Java. It is different. Here we do not assign the values to a variable. Basically we assign the memory address to a variable. Initially Python gives the reference means address of the value, address of the object to the variable. Okay, so enough for this session. We will continue in the next class, the new session. Thank you, have a nice day, be healthy, be safe.